What's up, guys? I am documenting my journey as a beginner trader, but you know what? I have to be real with you. I am still learning. I am still learning. But recently something really starts to make sense to me, which is market structure. You've seen the trades that I just shown to you. I took these trades based on the understanding of market structure. So in this video, I will walk you through how I spotted that trade, the structure I followed, and then how I took the trade. If you are a beginner just like me, then I think this video will be good for you and for me as well. So let's get into it. So let me take you back to before, how I used to look at the market before this trade. When I first started to look at the chart, I just see random candles moving. Some are moving, like move up, and then some move down. Let's say for example here, you see the market move up, then continue to move down. They came back again, tried to catch up with the supply zone, but it did not. Let's say here, then pull back again, then start to move up again, right? Then I was like, okay, then if price pull back, come back to this supply zone, then this tells me market is still in sell. So I will be looking in for sell. So what I will do, I will just draw my supply zone here and be expecting price to pull back to this supply zone. Then I will go in for a trade, because I see to it that the market was in the downtrend, because I have no idea. I was just looking at the random candles, how they are moving up and then how they are moving down, so that I could catch up with one of them moving down or catch up with one of them moving up. So for example here, I try to go in for a trade here, right? So let's say for example, I entered for a sell here and then put my stop loss just right behind the supply zone. Then I pull my, let me say, I targeted about 5 or 3. Mostly I try to target 2 or 3. Okay, now price takes me in. Then I was happy that I'm going to win this trade. Price moved in, then started trading nicely and peacefully. And then I was waiting for me to hit my target. And all I realized, price moved back, take me out of this trade. Then I was like, what is happening? Which tells me I have no idea what was going on, because I go into for a trade blindly, because I was thinking I understand the market and I had no idea about the market. And most of the time I never win, always get stopped out. And something really changed the game for me, and which is market structure. So what I wanted was really simple. I wanted to look at the chart. For example, this chart, I wanted to look at this chart and understand what is happening here. And that is when I begin to look into market structure. For example, let's say here we have here price move up, right? Let's say price pull down and pull up, right? And begin to pull down again. Okay, so for example, we say price in a downtrend. So I mark my structure here. This is break of structure. I call this a break of structure. So I say balls. So this is a daily break of structure. Then I will mark my daily high again. This is a strong high. I call it a strong high. It's a strong high because if price pull back, I expect price not to take out this strong line over here. If price takes out this strong line over here, then directly the trend has changed. And for now, the trend is in a downtrend. We are in a sell. So price begin to pull back and then it came up here, so it mitigated. Let's say here is our supply zone. The whole of this is a range, supply range, right? Price came back and mitigated here, and that is good. This is what I'm expecting price to do. It came back, it mitigated here. So if I want to look for any entry, I will be targeting here. Because why should I be targeting here? I will first of all have another confirmation, which is chalk. So price came, mitigated this supply zone and pull back and take out this low. Once it took out this low, I have a chalk. Okay, that is a change of character. Now I will draw my supply zone and wait for price to pull back to the supply zone. Then I will now go in for a sell. But in this case, I don't know to what extent is price going to move. So which means I will not enter a trade on the daily chart because we are reading on the daily chart. I will move into a lower time frame and enter for a trade. So you see that price came back, it pulled down, took out this low, so it could be like it grabs some liquidity here and begin to, so it pulled back from this supply zone, take out this liquidity and begin to move up again. And we can see the price took out this strong high, and once it took out this strong high, the trend of the market has changed. So we are no more in for sells, we are in for buys, because the trend has changed from a lower high to a lower low, from that to a higher high to a higher low. So we are now looking for buys. Okay, so this is something I try to learn about, and this is market structure. So once I start to read market structure as a beginner like me, which I'm not perfect, what I just explained is something that I'm still learning, but I realized that as I added this to my learning, added this to my list of things I need to learn to be a better trader, I realized that I start to align with the market, and this is something that is really important for any beginner. Here is what I did exactly on the trade that I just showed you. First of all, I looked at the higher time frame first. Anytime I comes to my desk, I look into the higher time frame. So looking at this higher time frame, I try to see what price is doing for that particular day. In this case, we have price move from the up to the down, okay, where we took out this low and we had a break of structure. So I expect price to continue going down, and then we pull back, okay, mitigated this supply zone, and price took out a liquidity over here and begin to to trade down, and took out this structure, this lower low here. So this is how it goes. We have what? Lower low, lower high, and then lower low. So this tells me we are in a downtrend from looking at the daily chart. So I move into the 4-hour again to see what is happening in the 4-hour. So looking at the 4-hour, we have what? We have price move up, that is what? Lower high, okay, and then begin to move down again, that is lower low. So this is moving also in accordance with the daily time frame, okay. So what do I expect? I expect price to continue to move down. So in this case, we are going to be looking for sells. This is how somebody as a beginner, this is how I try to interpret the market. I start to look what at the daily time frame, what is price doing. Then I move into the 4-hour time frame. What is price doing in the 4-hour time frame again? So now what I expect is, you see that we have a break of structure here. Once price took out this low, so it took out liquidity here, and then it also breaks a structure over here. So I should expect price, as it took out this low, it should begin to retrace back. So you see the price begin to pull up, and then it came down and then pull up again. And I had my my daily demand zone drawn. So I'm expecting price to pull back into this daily demand zone. Then I should be expecting to look for a short buys, even though we are in a downtrend, which means price will move up again, but I don't expect price to take out this high. I expect price to move into here, maybe into the middle of here, then begin to pull back down. So let's look at the 1 hour 2 as well. So looking at the 1 hour 2, you see that in the 1 hour, price continue to move down in the same direction. So this tells me that, let me draw max my 1 hour bars here. So we have a 1 hour bars here. So price pull up and then pull down. Okay, once price pull up and pull down, I expect price to follow the same direction. Okay, so 1 hour 2 also breaks structure. So we are in a downtrend in the 1 hour 2 as well. And then you're looking at the 30 minutes. This is the same trend, that price is following the same system. So at the end of the day, I looked at the direction starting from the higher time frame, move into the forward time frame to see the directions of the market, and I mark my break of structures. You see that in the daily I mark my break of structures. In the 4 hour I mark my break of structures too as well. So I'm going to follow these break of structures and to trade in accordance with that. So this is the system I followed. Then I was able to go in for that trade. So I will show you systematically how I went in for that trade. So now here is where it all came together. Okay, so I'm in the 1 hour time frame. You see that on the 1 hour time frame we have a break of structure here. Okay, and then price pull back, and then we have our internal break of structures, right? So it came down to take out this 4 hour lower low. Once it took a forward lower low, which means the 4 hour is in the downtrend. So looking at the 4 hour, we see the 4 hour is in the downtrend, right? And then once 4 hour boss break structure, once 4 hour break structure and it's in the downtrend, we definitely are going to expect some pullback. So we are going to trade on that pullback. So that is where we have this 4 hour internal pullback. So this 4 hour internal pullback, this is where I will be targeting. Looking at the 4 hour internal pullback, price is trending. So we are going to trade the 4 hour pullback until we mitigated this daily supply zone. Then we see if the market change direction. If it change direction, we goes that direction. If it doesn't change any direction, we are going to continue following the 4 hour internal structure. So looking at the 1 hour, we are going to focus on this internal structure. So we have an internal break of structure here, so which means price is in an uptrend. So what do I expect? What I expect is I will wait for price to pull back into this demand zone. Once the price pull back into this demand zone, there I will be looking in for a buy to target this high. I'm not going to target here. I'm just going to target this high. So maybe I would get some 2R or 3R, depends. So usually I target 2R. So now we go into our 50 minutes. That is where I wait for the final reaction. So price begin to pull back, but I will do nothing. I wait for price to mitigate this demand zone. Once price mitigate this demand zone, then I can go in for my trade. We are still on the 50-minute time frame, okay? And we are waiting for price to pull back into this demand zone. Then we can look for a buy and target this high. So now let's see what price did. We are waiting, price begin, and then it continue moving. We do nothing, we just wait for price to mitigate our demand zone. Then we see what is next. So let's see, price did not mitigate yet. We wait for price to mitigate it. Okay, but first you could see something. You see that we have a break of structure over here. 15 minutes, we have an eyeballs break of structure over here. Okay, and then price break a structure here, and then finally we meet demand zone. So we are going to look for our entry as price pull back and mitigate this demand zone. And we also have a break of structure here. So in this case, what I will do is I will not target here. I will just target here now, okay? Because we have a break of structure. It could be that the trend has started to change. Once the trend starts to change, definitely we get some internal break of structures before anything happens next. So this could be it that price is changing back to sales. So in this case, I will target this high. So once we mitigate it here, I go into my entry time frame, which is the 5 minutes. So once we are in the 5 minutes, what do I do? But sometimes I wait for double confirmations. I try to wait for a chalk sign. So I wait for a chalk sign to take out here, then pull back, then I can go in for the trade. For example, this is what I mean. Okay, price move up, it move up, okay, move up, move up. Let's see what happened. Let's see. Okay, and then it move up, then comes, you see the price move up here. So we have taken this chalk sign, this sign here. We have 50-minute chalk sign here. So this is a 50-minute chalk sign. So I wait for price to pull back to this zone. But you see that we have a supply, a liquidity over here. So I will be waiting for price to clear this liquidity. It should not break it. If you break it, which means I will not go in for the trade. I just wanted to sweep this liquidity. So I go into my 5 minutes and wait for price to clear that liquidity. So I set my liquidity here and I waited for price to take out this liquidity. So let's see. You see the price clear this liquidity. So once price took out this liquidity, this is now our entry candle, the first one. I think I forwarded too fast. So I entered on this first candle as price took out this liquidity and set my stop loss. So right, you give it like 3 points of stop loss. Let's see. So we have 5. So let's say 8.4. 5.84. So I set it to 8.4. All right. Then I target, may say 2R. Sometimes I just target 2R. So as I target 2R, it did not even get to this high, but that is enough for me. So now we wait for price to do its thing. Price move and move, and then we are out. So should in case we even target 3R, we could even possibly get a 3R. Let's see that we get gotten the 3R, and that is how price simply moves. And this is just how I read the market, and then I was able to go in for this trade. And I didn't just went in for this trade blindly. I tried to focus on the structure. First of all, I start to look at the daily time frame. What is price doing on the daily time frame? Then I move into the 4-hour time frame. What is price doing in the 4-hour time frame? Then I confirm with the 1 hour, and I do same on the 30 minutes. Then the 15 minutes is where I make the decision. Then on the 5 minutes, then I enter for the trade. As simple as that. This is what I do day in and day out. And with the help of the structure, I'm able to go in for a trade without any fear or anything. I know I can never be right all the time, but there are sometimes I can be right. There are sometimes I can be wrong. But as a beginner, I think this market structure has really helped me a lot. So that is how market structure helps me to take that trade. First, I was making this huge mistake, or I was trading the opposite. First, I go in for a trade. If I lose, then I go back to read the market. Then later I realized that I'm trading against the market. So I realized I have to set a system. So I first read the structure and see the direction of the market. Let's say, for instance, the market is trading higher high, then higher low. Then I should be looking in to buy. If the market is trading lower high and then lower low, I should be looking in to sell. Okay, so I have to read the structure first, then I decide to trade in accordance with the structure. So I realize this as I am documenting this whole journey. And if you are also in the same journey just like me, then kindly subscribe and follow along, and let's come together and figure this out. I will see you in the next video.